Well, thank you very much for staying with us. And we kickstart the conversation talking about that Thanksgiving ceremony that the NPP has put together to thank God for this year and everything that has happened in there. Joining us for a conversation on same, we have the NPP's Deputy General Secretary, Haruna Mohammed is his name. Mr. Mohammed, a very good morning to you. Thank you for joining the conversation. And it's only fitting to say ahead of time, Merry Christmas in advance.
Thank you very much, my brother Benjamin.
It's good to have you. So just walk us through this Thanksgiving service. What informed it?
Thank you very much. First and foremost, I say good morning to your cherished viewership and also Afishapa to the entire multimedia team.
Thank you.
This has been an event that the New Patriotic Party has been organizing annually. And
Right.
if you look at it, it is annual Thanksgiving. It is proper that at the end of every year, you appreciate God, you thank God, and appear before God to tell God that you are very thankful for all the number of days, months, and weeks that you have lived your life, and all the work that God has given you the spirit to be able to carry through. And the New Patriotic Party, as a corporate institution, also has to do this because it has been God all this while. And if you look at us, that is why we always say that the battle is of the Lord. And on that instance, we need to thank God for all the things that we have done in our lives. If you look at the activities that we have done this year, God has been faithful to us. The presidential primaries we went through, the orphan constituencies that we did, and we are currently on the sitting members of parliament. In all this, God has been wonderful and doing wonderful things for the New Patriotic Party. So as we inch into the festive season, it is proper that we thank God and praise Him that He is the only living and serving God that we know, who has always been behind the New Patriotic Party.
Right. So even as we look at that, I also want to find out, even as you thank God, what should Ghanaians be thanking the NPP for in 2023? What do you think?
For me, the NPP has always been a blessing to the people of Ghana. What we sought to do when we came to power in 2017, our greatest challenge was to provide job opportunities for the teeming youth of Ghana and the citizens of Ghana. If you look at the job sector, we have provided enough jobs for the people of Ghana, even though we have not been able to cover the entirety of job seekers. If you look at the provision of health services, we have been very consistent in terms of monumental investments in health infrastructure. If you look at transport, we have been very well positioned in terms of providing transport opportunities, be it airport facilities, be it line facilities in terms of our train or even the road construction. We have been able to do much there. In terms of provision of security and retooling the security services, we have done so much in that particular sector. And if you look at the devastating nature of COVID and how the global spectrum looks like, Ghana has been one of the positive countries that have picked up. And today, you can see that there has been a decline in inflation and there has been a pickup of the economy of Ghana. And this is what we have to thank God for because of what has happened. You look at the number of lives that has been lost in other countries, in terms of Italy, in terms of US, and other China, and all that. And look at what has also happened to Ghana. It is only God that gives and takes life. And it is proper that we thank God and be grateful for all the positive things God has done in our lives.
Are we also to thank God for, and you spoke about inflation. Sometimes we get it twisted because we think once inflation is at 26 point something percent, it means everything is well. What we're looking at is the month-on-month inflation, not the year-on-year inflation, because it's the month-on-month that paints the picture. And you can speak to Professor Enim himself, Samuel Kobana Enim, and he will tell you that as far as month-on-month inflation is concerned, things are much more expensive now than they were many months ago. Are we also to thank God for the exchange rate at where it is, over 12 cedis to the dollar? How about our schools under trees? How about corruption and wastage, and where we find ourselves at the IMF's doorstep? How about the taxes? People, just yesterday, someone was sharing with me that, listen, I transferred 1,500 Ghana cedis from my Momo account to my current account. They took 34, 35 cedis out of the sum just for transferring to my own account. That's not what we were told initially when the e-levy and all these charges were brought to bear. Look at the tax regime. I asked myself, why do we still have a COVID-19 levy? So I'm asking you, are we to thank God and the NPP for these as well?
Thank you very much. If you talk about taxes, can't we thank God for the number of taxes that the NPP had come to take the burden from the people of Ghana? In this budget, you have seen that a number of tax relief has been given out, several other incentives. Yes, no nation can run away from taxation, but we have always said that we have to move away from taxation.
You came saying you were going to move the economy. Hold on. Pardon my interjection, but let's do this.
You've asked the question.
Yes. I have to interject here because you said something. You said no country would survive without taxes or makes any progress without taxes. I agree with you, but I'm saying no one forced the current vice president to say back then that he would move the economy from taxation to production. You said it.
But the current vice president never said that we would never have taxes in Ghana.
But you said you would move from taxation to production. Now we have many more taxes.
He has done that. Look at the number of factories that are working. The taxes, most of the factories that are working in terms of moving away from raw material state to production. Is it not true?
Name some of them.
You have companies that are producing heroes and what have you.
I'm saying name some of them. Just walk us through. Name some of them for us.
No, at this stage, I'm at the Thanksgiving. I cannot obviously be having them off head for you. I just moved out of the Thanksgiving to speak to you. But if you want us to deliberate so much on the one district, one factory, I'll be able to give it to you. So
wait.
Yes, I'll be able to give it to you and make sure that you understand and appreciate the impact of the one district, one factory.
Haruna, all I'm saying is, I understand that you are at this event. No, I'm just asking questions because I'm not sure you expected that we'll just talk about the Thanksgiving without talking about other aspects of the Thanksgiving, right? Let's be fair. But I'm just saying that 1D, 1F, I mean, we've read so much about it, heard so much about it. Are you saying that as Deputy NPP General Secretary, off the top of your head, you can't mention at least five of them off the top of your head, whilst there are so many? You've spoken of over 100 that you've done. Can't you mention even 5?
Brother, I am telling you that if you want us to go into one district, one factory conversation, besides this Thanksgiving service, we can get that particular forum and make sure that we do all these things and get it done. Go and look at the shoe factory the shoe factory at Aquapim North. That is Shoe Fabrics Limited. We have done it. Go and look at the Omnifest Limited at Ningo Pram Pram that we have under the one district, one factory. Go and look at the Urea Carbon Production Limited at Kowu West under the one district, one factory. Go and also look at the Ayum Forestry Production Limited at Asunafo North under the one district, one factory. I can give you all these things, but I'm telling you that we can have a conversation around this particular facility. Go to Bimbila in the north. Go and look at the factory that is established to develop this flour from the yam facility to be able to give us full flour. We have done a lot of things in terms of this one district, one factory. But this is not the obvious conversation that we will be having. You are asking about movement from taxation or production to that particular state. So I'm giving you evidence that we have done so in one district, one factory under what the Vice President has said. The Vice President never said that we would not have taxation. He said that we are going to move away from so much taxation. And in that instance, in 2017, we removed a lot of taxes. There was 25% on air flights. The NPP took that particular 25% away. There were so many million taxes that were taken away. Tax does not say that the NPP will not introduce taxes That will raise revenue for the people of Ghana to develop, get roads done, get water production, get water to be done, get hospitals to be built, get jobs to be done, payments of salaries to be made, and all that. All these things are put together by a government. And we have to thank God for all these positive things that we have done for the good people of Ghana.
Okay. So what can we expect, I mean, in the course of this Thanksgiving service? Where is it happening? Who can join? And give us some more details about it. And who are those who are going to be stalwarts of the party who are going to be on the ground today? Can you share some of that with us?
I think that the Thanksgiving is happening at the party headquarters, that is the silent down headquarters of the New Patriotic Party. The standard bearer of our party, His Excellency Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia, will be there. The national chairman of the great NPP, Stephen Ayensin team, will be there. My boss, the affable lawyer, General Secretary, Lawyer Justin Kudua, will be there. All the national officers of our party will be here. Ministers and all party members and supporters and sympathizers of the New Patriotic Party, including the media, are invited to thank God. We never know who God will listen to and answer our prayers. But in appreciation of God, we need everybody around to be able to appreciate the wonderful God, the wonderful work of God.
My final bit to you, Mr. Mohammed, what can we expect from the NPP in 2024?
Yes, in 2024, we believe that we have promised the good people of Ghana that we will bring the economy back on track. They should bear with us, even though we admit that there are challenges ahead of us, but we have taken the necessary steps to tackle most of them. And I continue to say that the NPP has not brought heaven to the people of Ghana, but we have made several positive attempts to be able to get the confidence of the people of Ghana, to assure them that it is only the NPP that is the alternative to be able to bring us from the quagmire that we are currently. And just as things in the works of the New Patriotic Party, as I've mentioned to you, that inflation is coming down, cost of living in some parts of other commodities have been coming down. We look at food production, we look at our impact in education, we look at our impact in the economy running, we look at impact in terms of manufacturing and delivery of services, and also media freedom. All these things have been done, and the NPP will continue to promise the people that we will bring the economy back, and that is going to resonate well with the good people of Ghana and the impact that the NPP is making towards 2024.
Mr. Mohammed, happy Thanksgiving, and once more, I wish you the very best of the season and a happy new year in advance.
Thank you very much, Jonathan.
All right. That is Haruna Mohammed, Deputy NPP General Secretary, sharing his thoughts with us there on that Thanksgiving service being organized by the New Patriotic Party. It's going on at the party's headquarters in Asylum Down. So that's what's happening today at the party's headquarters. And if you're minded to do so, yes, you can join them to give thanks to God, like Mr. Mohammed said, for what he's done for us this year. But stay with us. We still have a lot more action coming your way on the AM show. We'll be telling you about how Ghana's flag was lifted high, right to the top at the 2023 International UC Mask competition in Malaysia. We came away with 4 major awards. We'll be telling you about that up next on the AM show.